The universe is made out of energy. It's not made out of matter. And then I say, well, what does the quantum physicists call this energy that the universe is made out of? I say, well, they call it the field. I say, what's the definition of the field? I love this. Invisible moving forces that influence the physical world. I go, my goodness, that's the same definition as spiritual that's used for spirit. I go, yes. Quantum physics, emphasizing the invisible field as primary to the physical world, is essentially reiterating the statement of the spiritual people who talked about the invisible forces shaping our physical existence. And so, by definition, science, the new science of quantum physics, is bringing us back into alignment with the spiritual reality. Consciousness is creating our life experiences. Well, that sounds New Agey. I go, no, this is not New Agey. This is the primary principle of quantum physics. We are creators. This is a fact. In fact, quantum physics says that, but now let me add one other fact. Epigenetics says the same thing, because epigenetics says your consciousness is controlling your behavior and your genes. And so it's time to stop for a second and recognize, where is your consciousness? What are you thinking about? And the idea is, start thinking all those very positive thoughts, but don't try and tell the universe how it's going to manifest, okay? You think of the picture, let the universe get you there. Your thoughts are not contained in your head. Your thoughts are broadcast to the field just like a radio broadcast. What if I, as an individual, have a thought that says, let's have peace in the world? And I broadcast out there in the street and I say, let's have peace. And I look around, it's like, where's the peace? I don't see the peace. Each of us is broadcasting. If you get enough people to have the same thought, that broadcast is amplified. Each of us has a small power, but if you put 1,000 people with the same thought, 10,000, 100,000 people with the same thought, you are broadcasting a most powerful thought, not just in your body, but out in the field. I'll give you this most wonderful quote from Albert Einstein. The field is the sole governing agency of the particle. Particle is the material realm. So what was Einstein saying? It's the energy in the field that shapes the physical experience of our lives. And if enough of us collectively have an energy that's coherent and strong, and we broadcast the belief, we change the world. And this is part of the physics, quantum physics. Everything is vibration. You put out a good vibration, the only thing that responds to a good vibration is a good vibration. Bad vibrations are on a different frequency. They don't mix each other. You put out a vibration, you're going to get back what that vibration is. It's called resonance. Whatever picture you hold in your mind, the brain translates that into complementary chemistry. If I have a picture of love, my brain releases wonderful things into the blood, like dopamine for pleasure, oxytocin to bond with others, a growth hormone. And growth hormone does exactly what it says. So when you're in love, you're releasing this growth hormone, which enhances your vitality. And that's why when people fall in love, they get so healthy. They get, they say, oh, look how they glow. They're so in love. And I go, this is the chemistry of the blood engaging the behavior of the cells. But what if I'm holding a picture of something that scares me? I say, well, you're not going to release love chemistry. You start to release stress hormones and factors that affect the immune system and all that. I said, well, that's a different chemistry. I go, yeah, just like in the culture dish, a different chemistry leads to a different genetic activity. The movie The Matrix is not science fiction. It's a documentary. Every human, and it's a fact, every human first 7 years download a hypnosis. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Theta is also hypnosis. 95% of our life, this is a fact, comes from those programs in the subconscious. For 400 years, they were boasting. People didn't understand. They say, give me a child until it's 7 and I will show you the man. The subconscious mind is not thinking and creating. The subconscious mind, push the button, play the behavior. The conscious mind with your creativity has your wishes and your desires. The subconscious mind was programmed by other people, your mother, your father, your siblings, and your community. You wake up with a wish and a desire of what you want, and then the rest of the day, you play the programs that you got from other people that don't answer your wishes and don't support your desires, and all you see is the consequence of it and go, oh my God, why is it not working? And the answer is because you don't see 70% or more of the programs in the subconscious are disempowering, self-sabotaging and limiting behaviors. Here's the biggest problem in programming, I'll tell you right now. Parents act as coaches for their kids. Let's say a kid on a sports team isn't doing well. The coach doesn't say, oh, please try harder. No, he says, that's not good enough. Who do you think you are? You don't deserve to be on this team. But this kid is older and conscious. A child under 7 is not in consciousness, but a child under 7 is in record. So the parent's acting as the coach. That's not good enough. Who do you think you are? You could do better than this. I say, the child under 7 is, I'm not smart enough. I'm not deserving. I'm not good enough. That's a program. They didn't understand the meaning of the parent under 7 because consciousness was not that function of the brain at that time. Just record. Because parents want to help us, so they figure if they needle you, stick you, that you're going to do better. Well, then 95% of my life is coming from what? Not smart enough, not good enough, not deserving. The program that's running, then the behavior will manifest that program. Not good enough, not smart enough, not healthy, whatever it is. I work in belief change programs with people. We have people test for the belief, I love myself. 80 to 90% of every audience will not test positive to I love myself. Where the hell did this come from? Well, the first thing is this, being criticized as a child because you downloaded the criticism. Not good enough, not smart enough, not lovable, whatever the parents were trying to help you get better. They made it worse because they put those programs in. If you can't love yourself, then you can't accept love. Someone says they love you and you have a mind, I'm not lovable. Then you look at them and go, well, obviously you have no quality control. I know I'm not lovable. What are you saying? And you'll push people away and then nobody will be there. And then guess what? You say, see, I'm not lovable. Nobody's here. But you didn't realize you were responding to that. The brain is a computer, the most powerful computer that humans have ever experienced. But it has parallels to computers. And number one is this. In the old days, when you would buy a computer before they put the programs in, you could bring it home, brand new computer, plug it in, push start, boots up, screen's on, and I say, do something. And people, well, no, I can't do anything. So you got a brand new computer. Now, first, you have to put programs into a computer before you can use that computer. The brain of a human is the same thing. The subconscious is 1,000,000 times more powerful, a computer, than the conscious mind. So I say, you're going to take this little small conscious mind and try to run the bigger computer. It's like, that doesn't work. Let go of the control. Focus on what you want, but don't try and tell the universe how it's going to happen. Every night when you go to bed, your brain is operating in theta. Well, theta is hypnosis. So I say, what can you do? And this is the old story. You've heard people do it. You put a pair of earphones on at night. You play a program that you want to be true in your life. The moment you fall asleep, the conscious mind shut off, but the subconscious mind is now in record theta. So whatever is coming through the earphones at that moment after you fall asleep, you don't hear it, but the subconscious mind is hearing it and downloading it in a state of theta. The first way of changing a belief system is to get into theta. And this is called self-hypnosis. Put the earphones on, play the program.
When I started to apply the new science and rewrite the subconscious so it supported me rather than the programs of limitation or disempowerment that we get from our parents and our community as children, which almost all of us get. When I put in the new programs, all of a sudden I started to find, my goodness, my life completely turned around. All wonderful things started happening in my life. I was healthier. I haven't been to a doctor in 20 years. I don't need that. I don't take any of their drugs. Why? Because most of the illness is just from the stress of not living in harmony.
Please engage with this video by liking, commenting, and sharing. Subscribe to stay updated. For more amazing content, check out our next video.